Well, free, but still fighting to prove her innocence. Kiera Newsome spent nearly 20 years in prison until her recent parole. Now she is hoping to get a job, counsel young girls, and have that conviction eventually overturned.
My name is Kiera Newsome, and I'm free.
In early April, Kiera Newsome finally walked out of the California Institute for Women in Corona.
Not going to be what they got me on paper as. Like, okay, I got to prove myself.
She spent more than 19 years in jail for a murder she maintains she did not commit.
Despite the appalling injustice that's been inflicted on her, Kiera has never been anything except positive, hopeful, strong.
Newsome's post-conviction legal work picked up by the Juvenile Innocence and Fair Sentencing Clinic at Loyola Law School.
We represent people who were kids when they were convicted of serious crimes.
In 2001, Kiera Newsome was convicted of murder. Prosecutors claimed it was revenge for the murder of her boyfriend, who was killed in a drive-by shooting as she stood next to him.
Kiera is not a gang member, but this whole case is full of gang members. And the minute the aroma of gang gets in that courtroom, juries lose their heads a little bit.
At 17, the judge sentenced Newsome to 60 years to life in prison. Last year, Governor Jerry Brown granted Newsome clemency, noting she had no prior criminal history and had earned the respect of the correctional staff.
The beautiful part about it is I start working with the same people that I didn't trust. The system.
The governor reduced her sentence to 20 years to life, making her immediately eligible for a parole hearing.
I grouped, I programmed, I did everything I was supposed to do, and I stay hopeful.
In parole transcripts reviewed by NBC4, a commissioner notes that Newsome worked on significant self-improvement before parole was ever even an option for her. The board concluded she was no longer a risk to public safety and paroled her.
It was just surreal, like this day is finally here.
Kiera was not the only one who waited nearly 2 decades for her release. Outside the gates that day, Rebecca Woodruff.
That was my biggest supporter. We had something in common. We knew the truth.
Woodruff was Newsome's high school teacher.
Kiera was also always very respectful and kind.
Woodruff is also her alibi.
I had evidence.
Woodruff says Newsome was in her class at the time of the shooting. She gave investigators Kiera's sign-in sheet and class work.
I'll just turn this all into them and she'll be fine. And that's not how it went down.
This summer, Newsome's legal team will begin the long process of proving her factually innocent. It will require extensive legal proceedings and revisiting a complicated personal past.
It's a lot of things that I can't get back. And I lost so many people in the process. So I have to go all the way through. There's no not going all the way through.
And Newsome says she wants the truth to come out for herself and for the victim's family as well.